When the engine ignites, you embark on humanity's lunar homecoming arc and set the course to return Integrity and her crew safely home. Houston is go for TLI.
Integrity copies, and your Integrity crew is go for TLI. With this burn to the moon, we do not leave Earth, we choose it.
That was Mission Control just a few moments ago. We are just seconds away from a critical next step in the historic Artemis moon mission. 24 hours after lifting off, the 4 astronauts on board are set to trigger an engine that will blast them toward the moon. Let's listen in to NASA TV.
Continuing to hear good reports from the flight controllers here, Artemis Mission Control in Houston.
We've been listening to NASA TV and the controllers there reporting what the latest is on this spacecraft. I want to bring in astrophysicist Hakeem Oluseyi and retired NASA astronaut, aerospace engineer, and commander of 2 space shuttle missions, Susan Kilrain. Thank you so much for joining me once again. This is an incredible moment here. We are just seconds away from knowing exactly that Orion is coasting toward the moon. It is on track. We know that the crew is expected to conduct system evaluations, checkouts, and demonstrations. Hakeem, I'd like to start with you. This is humanity venturing to deep space. Artemis II marks the first journey to visit the moon since Apollo 17. Talk to us a little bit about what makes this mission different.
Above planet Earth.
This mission is different in so many ways. The stakes are different, the motivations are different, and ultimately, this is going to establish a permanent human presence on the moon.
On the Orbital Maneuvering Services engine.
And Susan, I'd like to bring you into this conversation. You're a former astronaut. You have been through this before. What are you watching for as you listen to NASA TV? Actually, we're going to listen in here and see what they're talking about right now. We are just under a minute as Artemis II makes its final push toward the moon. Susan, what are you thinking right now as we watch this?
You know, this is new stuff. I mean, we haven't done this since the 50s, so it's
10
very
seconds until translunar injection burn start.
Apparently, we are just 10 seconds away. Let's listen in.
Integrity, good engine, good control.
We show the same. Feels great up here.
At MET, mission elapsed time of 1 day, 1 hour, and 14 minutes into the Artemis II mission. As Orion was flying 115 statute miles above Earth and 247,600 miles away from the moon, we have the start of the translunar injection burn that will send the crew around the moon, the first humans to do so in over 50 years. Again, this will be a 5-minute and 50-second burn on the Orbital Maneuvering Service engine, part of the European Service Module. Continuing to hear good calls here from Prop in Artemis Mission Control in Houston, Texas.
Integrity looking good.
Integrity copies.
Velocity of the spacecraft ticking up, now over 23,900 miles per hour. Two minutes into this 5-minute and 50 second burn. Continuing to get good calls here in Mission Control Houston from all flight controllers.
Integrity, we copy the enabled caution, no crew action.
Okay, integrity copies.
The crew did receive a caution on their screen and have no action at this time. We continue to burn the translunar injection burn.
We've been listening to NASA TV. Artemis II astronauts are about to trigger an engine that will blast them toward the moon. We've heard controllers there at the control center saying we are 1 day, 1 hour, and minutes into this mission. The spacecraft traveling at a speed of about 23,000 miles per hour.
Over 3 minutes now.
First humans to head to the moon in more than 50 years. Controllers there, even in that area, even in that control center, stating just how historic this is. Susan, you've been listening to this as well. Susan Kilrain, a former astronaut, and we heard them mention a caution. Can you explain that to us?
2,500 miles.
Yeah, they got a caution light, and the ground quickly checked and confirmed that there was no action required and reported that to the crew, and everybody agreed
On
that
time, MET
burn. And the whole goal of the burn is to reach escape velocity of 25,000 miles per hour.
Mark into the burn. Quiet here.
And we are looking at a live picture of Earth right now. Susan, as you're looking at these images, what can we expect to see when that engine is triggered?
Well, I believe that they're in the burn, and what we'll see mostly is that the Earth will actually start to get smaller in the camera as they are quickly accelerating away from our planet.
What is the process like right now for the astronauts on board this spacecraft? What are the motions that they're going through as they're performing this translunar event?
Well, they're feeling the acceleration. You know, they've been weightless for 24 hours, and now they're feeling an acceleration as the vehicle accelerates towards the moon. They're probably sitting and holding on so that they don't.
To you from Orion as it looks back on Earth and begins its journey to the moon.
They're waiting for a good cutoff of the engine, and systems are go.
I believe we're about just 1 minute away from the burn. We're going to listen in again to NASA TV.
NASA Administrator Jared Isaacman has also joined us in the room to monitor the translunar injection burn. We have less than 20 seconds left of this burn. This is the final major burn for the mission because this also serves as our deorbit burn.
Integrity looks like a good burn. We're confirming.
Integrity copies.
And we've just heard this is the final major burn for this mission. Susan, as you hear these controllers and people discuss this, what do you think is going? Are we hearing the voices of the astronauts? We've also heard a voicer say confirming integrity. Are those the astronauts communicating with the control center?
That's right. That was Reed responding back, confirming what the call up to them was. So the ground will say integrity, Houston, or just integrity, and start talking. And then at the end, one of the crew members will respond, integrity concurs, or Roger from integrity. So yes, it's a two-way conversation. The Capcom is also an astronaut, a trained astronaut, speaking to the crew at all times. So it's just two astronauts talking to each other. One just happens to be on Earth.
And all of them very calm, I will say. Everyone is very calm in this process.
Right. That's the nature of the job.
And do you see that image, Susan? What are we looking at right here? That's the Earth to the left. And what are we? What's that to the right?
The sun.
The sun. Okay.
Okay.
Incredible
So
shot.
we're getting further away, and the sun is shining on the Earth. It's also shining on integrity, and we are off headed towards the moon. And the sun is pivotal in this mission because the solar arrays require almost constant sunlight to power the vehicle.
Incredible. Walk us through this translunar injection that we are witnessing basically right now.
The translunar injection is basically, the translunar injection burn serves two purposes. One, it orients Orion towards the moon on the right path, and it accelerates Orion to 25,000 miles per hour, which is the speed the vehicle needs in order to escape the Earth's velocity. If it didn't get that fast, it couldn't go to the moon. It would still be held on by Earth's gravity. So we've achieved that velocity. It's off to the moon. And it is done perfectly with the geometry and orbital mechanics so that it will slow down at some point, start slowing down as it curves right around the moon, and then it'll speed right back up to return to Earth.
And all of it going smoothly right now. Susan Kilrain, thank you very much, Susan, for your insights. We'll check in with you again. And Hakeem Oluseyi, thank you very much as well for hanging in there with us. Good evening, everyone. I'm Stephanie Ramos in for Lindsay Davis. Thank you so much for streaming with us. It's official. The Artemis II crew has fired its engine to make their final push toward the moon. This means their ship, Orion, is on a free return trajectory that will carry it around the far side of the moon and back to Earth, all assisted by gravity.
When the engine ignites, you embark on humanity's lunar homecoming arc and set the course to return Integrity and her crew safely home. Houston is go for TLI.
Integrity copies, and your Integrity crew is go for TLI. With this burn to the moon, we do not leave Earth, we choose it.
We do not leave Earth, we choose it. Just an incredible moment, and this incredible moment just coming 24 hours after their spectacular launch from Kennedy Space Center in Florida. Take a look at this new video from NASA of the launch, coming from a camera attached to the Artemis II Space Launch System rocket. Now, this is the first crewed journey around the moon in more than 50 years. It's a 10-day mission going deeper into space than anyone has ever gone before. They'll travel to the far side of the moon before coming back to Earth. Their goal, to prepare the way for future flights that will land astronauts on the moon, who will build a permanent base there. Let's bring back astrophysicist Hakeem Oluseyi and retired NASA astronaut and aerospace engineer Susan Kilrain. Thank you so much to both of you for joining me. What an exciting evening once again, 2 nights in a row. With the first time in more than 50 years, we are now on a trajectory around the moon and back. We just saw that great burn tonight. Hakeem and Susan, Hakeem, I'll start with you. What must these astronauts be feeling right now?
I can't imagine what they're feeling, right? It has to be a mix of excitement. But, you know, these astronauts have been trained and they have a duty to perform. So I'm sure they're thinking about both, right? They're experiencing the moment, but at the same time, they're trying to stay focused on the job that they have to do. And, whenever, when you think about this, when you're in low Earth orbit, you're going at least 17,500 miles per hour. And you have to leave that orbit around Earth in a precise way to make it to the moon, right? And they're pulling off all of these maneuvers down to the exact specification. So this is going so well. They must be excited right now. But of course, they won't feel relief until they're safely back on Earth.
Absolutely. And Susan, this translunar injection, we were speaking earlier, you were mentioning how it serves two purposes. Walk us through that and where we are right now in this process.
Right, Stephanie. We had come down to only a little bit more than 100 miles from the surface of the Earth. And then this burn is
coming down from Canadian
two
Space
things.
Agency.
Going to send it towards the moon in the right path, and it's going to accelerate to escape velocity of 25,000 miles per hour. And that's what's going to get it out of Earth's gravity.
With Artemis II,
Let's listen into the
backup
control
and
center right
Canadian
now.
Space
They are
Agency
celebrating right now.
astronaut
Let's
Jenny
listen into their
Gibbons.
chatter.
We're now over 1,000.
Integrity, 2 minutes until a TDRS West to TDRS East handover.
Integrity copies.
Now over 1,500 miles away from our planet, that distance continuing to increase. You can keep track of Orion's distance from the Earth and to the Moon at any time by visiting nasa.gov/track-Artemis. We are currently 242,800 miles away from the Moon and continuing to get closer. We will do so until Flight Day 6 when we make our closest approach during the lunar flyby.
So you just heard the controllers there say the crew, the spacecraft is about 1,500 miles away from Earth, the distance increasing, and 242,000 miles away, an average, away from the moon. Susan, as you're listening to this, is everything going according to plan?
Absolutely. Everything is going as well as anyone could have hoped. I know that they're all business, except I am sure there were some celebrations, some high fives up in Orion. This is a historic day.
It definitely is. And they've been mentioning the speed. It's traveling, the spacecraft is traveling at a tremendous speed. But you mentioned that it will slow down as it gets closer to the moon. Walk us through that.
Yeah, it will slow down. It has to slow down. That's the only way it can really do its whole trajectory that it is planned for. But the main thing is to get to our escape velocity of 25,000 miles an hour. That's what gets Orion out of the pull of gravity from Earth. And then it will slingshot around the moon because you have all the gravity is all working together of all the bodies up there. And it's the orbital mechanics is calculated precisely so it can follow the path that you see on the screen there, where it's going to head off to the moon and slingshot around. And that's done by gravity. There are no real engine burns of any significance from here on out.
And Hakeem, I'd like to bring you back into this conversation. This is a 10-day mission. We are on day 2. We know the spacecraft Orion is headed toward the moon. The crew will conduct a number of evaluations, checkouts, and demonstrations. We know by day 5 there will be that lunar flyby. Talk to us a little bit about what's ahead in this very next phase.
Yeah, so one thing that's really interesting for the scientists that they've been working with is the geology of the far side of the moon. This mission has been timed so that they will arrive at a time when that far side is going to be illuminated by the sun. So they've been trained on particular features to look for and, to get their bearings on exactly what part of the moon they're looking at and to look for specific geological features. And there are, believe it or not, lots of mysteries still remaining about the moon, about its formation and about its current state. We know the far side geologically is very different from the near side. And, although there have been lots of models presented to understand that, we still really aren't conclusively sure. So, the science that they're doing, the engineering that they're doing, they're ramping all of that up. And that's what's going to occur over the next 4 to 5 days.
And around day 5 is when Orion will fly approximately 4,600 miles beyond the far side of the moon. Is that right? Let's talk a little bit about that once they're in that area and also their return and reentry. What does that look like?
Oh, yeah. Well, once they're at the moon and go beyond the moon, talk about giving each other high fives. Think about that. You will be the human beings that have traveled the farthest away from planet Earth. If nothing, that is something worth celebrating. That's like, going warp drive for the first time, right? You've gone farther than any human has ever gone before. But, coming back, they're going to get back to business. And when they get to the point of reentry, if you remember with Artemis I, there were some issues with the heat tiles, right? They, instead of losing material a little bit at a time in a process called ablation, there were some tiles that lost chunks, right? So NASA has focused on the engineering to make sure they don't have those kind of problems. Before they did sort of a skip maneuver where they hit the atmosphere, bounced off and went back in. They think that tile damage may have to do with that, air getting in those tiles and then going back into space and outgassing, expanding. So now they have a different reentry process. And so, they're doing a lot of things, if not everything, for the very first time.
Absolutely incredible and thrilling to watch. Hakeem and Susan, thank you so much. We now know that the Orion fired its engine tonight to head toward the moon on a path that swings around it and uses the moon's gravity like a slingshot to bring that spacecraft back to Earth. Incredible. Thank you both.
Thank you.